Yeah. What I'm talking about right there. Gotta have music. Welcome to episode Ground Floor, where we agree to disagree, still be family. That's the theme song. What up, though, from my second album, JLE World. Available all digital stores. Own the music copyright. Don't mute none on Facebook. I'm your host, JLE. We don't get the alter ego today. We got Jerome. Brother Jerome might make a special appearance later.
Yeah. Brother Rome will be here in the matter of 10 minutos, mi amigos, and migas.
Now, current panelists and favorite person of the show, talk a lot of trash, good people. Kid to the show.
Welcome. She like, give me my due justice. Yeah, give me my due justice.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on? What is going on?
Thank you.
It's so cold in the D right now. Dang.
It is cold in the D. We forgot. We just said, "Oh, bump it. We done with summer. We going."
Hey! I tell everybody every time. As soon as it get to like September, y'all better start getting the flights, hike, bike. You know what? Catch that flight. Let's go. Go to the south. Come on down.
It's
always a good eatery. It's always a good something to come on down to.
Mm-hmm. Now, today's show titled Diamonds Are Forever. I know it's a video that we all watched about females were asked how much should a man spend on a wedding ring. And some were saying over 1,000. So we figured it'd be a good topic. Female resident of the show, give a female perspective. Start with you, Kia.
Yeah, what was funny to me about the whole thing when we watched is that the people that they started out with had absolutely no clue what they were talking about or how much the ring should even be. You know, they're like, should it be 50,000? But you don't even make
like y'all on ziggity.
You're not even making well anyway. I ain't going there. It really don't matter. But at the same time, you know, that was real interesting to me on just how clueless they really were. I don't think that there's a certain thing when it comes to certain amount when it comes to your wedding ring. I think that people should purchase what they can afford. Number one. Number two, you should also be given according to your heart. Right. So, and you should be receiving according to that as well. So,
preach.
Now, however, you know, if you if you make a certain amount of money, right, then you know, you should be able to purchase a ring according to that. So I could understand if people like, they got me in like a Cracker Jack box ring, you know, whatever. So I could kind of understand that, but at the same time, that's what's most important, because at the end of the day, it's about the marriage. So people could spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on a ring, and then the marriage don't last but 5 seconds. So it's not about all of that. Yeah. As you get older, you value relationships. I ain't gonna say that. I would say for myself, as I've gotten older, I value relationships a whole lot more, right? And so, however, it would be nice to be able to see the diamond, okay? But but I'm not gonna put a price tag on it.
See, got hit him. That's that breaking news right there. That real talk.
He put the siren on him.
Because some people got these crazy thoughts out here, man. Like, if he don't spend this, he don't love me. Like, you stupid fool. Did he get one to ask your ass? That's the main thing. A lot of dudes don't even want to do it. Y'all can put that on the house, a business, some stocks or something. Like, you talking about, well, I can't floss. You can't floss to your homies. That's what it is, in my opinion. Go ahead, bro.
Man, you know this is my topic, man. Don't get me started on here.
Hey, hold on.
I'm a ruffle
some soapbox. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm a ruffle some.
You about to drop the bomb on him. Yeah. Go ahead, drop them bombs on him.
All right. So let's start with the whole. What was the title of this again?
Diamonds Are Forever.
Diamonds Are Forever. They done made songs. They done did all of this. Let's start with the whole history on this whole diamonds are girls' best friend, the whole nine. You go back in the days in early 1900s, there was a jeweler. He was struggling to make sales. So my man decided to make an advertisement in front of his business, and it said diamonds are a girl's best friend. From that advertisement, it took off, and here we are today. And that phrase still exists, you know. I think that video was funny because the young ladies are definitely in their 20s.
Sure.
They had no clue as to what they want. And we grew up in a time in our era where not only did the young ladies know what they want when it came down to what type of look of the wedding ring, all the different cuts and all of the different things like that. I don't think they necessarily put a price tag on it. It was just like, hey, I have an idea if I want the princess cut, what type of cut you wanted and those type of things. But the funny thing is, the last time I checked, the last thing that people were going by, quote unquote, in the world is you're supposed to get a ring, wedding ring, not the engagement ring, but wedding ring. It's supposed to be worth 3 months worth of the man's, the fiance's salary. So we're just going to do some simple math here today, folks, because the world we live in, everybody's under the impression that all these men are making six figures, which is a big fat lie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So since that's what y'all want, we're just going to do simple math here. The man makes $120,000 a year. So that means he's making 10 grand per month. Now, we're not talking about how much the taxes is being taken out. If he's paying child support out of that, all that type of stuff, we're not talking about. So if you looking at 3 months salary, and we're talking about regular people, we're not talking about celebrities, we're not talking about none of that. You mean to tell me this man's got to buy you a $30,000 wedding ring that you got to wear on your finger to work? And let's just say you live in cities like Detroit, Chicago, Atlanta, DC. You don't think somebody want to go upside your head for that ring that you rocking? Because that's a lot of bling when you living in the city.
Yeah.
So I like to say, let's be wise about this whole thing, because at the end of the day, you could go out there and splurge on that nice ring and get all of this different stuff. Like Kia said, my sister said to y'all, that doesn't mean that your marriage is going to be successful. That doesn't mean that you're going to be thriving and everything like that. So I feel like know the cut that you want, know the style. I just think that once you start putting a desired number on what the man should spend, I think it takes away from the moment. Let the person, like Kia said, go based off of their budget and everything like that. And if you like me, you know people in high places. You know people who are the managers at the Zales and all of those type of places. You're not going to pay what the other man is over here paying. And so, although it may look like $10,000, I didn't pay no $10,000. That's all I got. You know what I'm saying? And so when you have those type of situations, it's like, make sure you stay in your lane. Never let the young lady that you're dating push you to do something. You know, they came out with that show Bridezillas. Stay in your lane. Stay in what you can afford, because at the end of the day, life is gonna life. When that person go through some hardships, whether it's losing a loved one, that ring is the least of her concerns in that moment. You know, when you're going through people who dealing with miscarriages, that ring is the least of her concerns. You know, when you gotta go through downsizing to a different style house because the cost of living is different, that's the least of your concern. You might have to pawn the joint. They ain't even talking about that. So it's just one of those things where stay in your lane, get what you can afford, and don't let these young ladies push you out of your limit and have you out here stressing and can't even pay the payment. Because just like they can take your cars and all that, they'll be coming for that ring.
That will be a sad case. But listen, let me not get it twisted. from this woman's point of view. Now, if your take home is 120 and everything else is in order, and you feel, baby, I can afford this 30,000, I will gladly rock it on my finger. Okay, but I'm not saying that that's a requirement, right? But yeah, like you were saying when you were talking about, we know what we want. Oh yeah, I know the cut. I understand the clarity. I know what style. I even have it like, can I customize it? That's exactly what I want. However, I'm not saying like, well, if he can't buy me a such and such, that's not where I'm at with it, right? But do I have a desire in what I want, and will I like easily say, oh, look at that, that's really nice, like I like that, so you can understand and know in your mind and take mental note on what ring I might want. I'm absolutely gonna make sure that you know that, right? However, I'm just not gonna put a price tag on it and be like, if you don't, or if he doesn't get me this, then there's no way that he even have a shot. He should not ask me. I think that's just ignorant in my opinion.
Hey, I had those conversations over the years, and I looked at him like, don't be you, Jeff. Just listen. Don't be the asshole. Some of them just kept going too far. Like, you know what? You sound crazy. So you making all these demands like he need to go rob people to get this type of ring, just so you can. And then, well, I want the 100,000 wedding too. Like, so you want to be in debt just to show everybody somebody wanted you.
Mm-hmm.
And unless y'all really had that real conversation where y'all had some Gatorade, water, or some Jack, and put all your traumas and shit on the table and really talked about and unpacked who y'all are, you're gonna start learning who you're dealing with when y'all get in that house. And y'all might not make it to 5 years. And y'all still paying on that honeymoon, that wedding, that ring. So you really want to crash out because you're like, I ain't even with this month. I'm still paying on this. Damn. If you love him, long as he got a ring for you. Now, if he got the bread, he can do it, cool. But all that, oh man, he a scrub, or that dumb stuff, now he a brokey. If he don't do it, you don't want him anyway. You just want to show up to your friends. Well, Thomas bought me this. And they might want to go screw Thomas, like, well, dang, Billy bought me and buy me that. He got bread like that, okay. They do that crap too. So it's weird to put all these superficial things on someone that's saying they want to do life with you. Because that's a real commitment to want to go old with someone. And vows that need to be put in there, when they get on your last loving nerve, you still going to go back in there and work it out. Because everybody thinks all hanky-dory and like they forget good and bad time. I don't know how the hell. Maybe they need to get a microphone. Good and bad times. You still down? Because a lot of people you seen on social media, oh, he lost a job, I'm divorcing him. Or he can't have kids, or this, like, oh, he got paralyzed, I'm out. Like, damn. And you had the nerve to get, where his sister at, man? They need to throw a rock at you or something. You really got on the internet to embarrass that dude like that? You think they don't feel like something if they having those scenarios really go on? For you to tell the world, well, I'm out. It got tough. You signed up for that.
Yeah.
So what you tripping on about if it get tough? It's going to get tough. It's work. It ain't going to be Disney movies all the time. And old people tell me all the time, it's going to be days where you're like, man, look, here $20. Get out. I don't want to look at you. They did nothing to you. You're like, man, y'all old people crazy. And I've done that, man. Here you go, babe. Here, $100. You want to get this go somewhere. I just want some me time. I'm like, damn, you actually doing it? This is some weird stuff. I thought the more people were lying. Then she'll flip script. Hey, here $100. Go call the fellas. Go somewhere. Like, all right, no problem. Get your me time in, girl. But hearing that when you're younger, like, man, y'all sound crazy. Y'all really like, you ain't there yet, young blood. You don't understand, Thundercat. Like, nah, I'm never gonna do my boo boo like that. I want to see her love
My
her.
boo boo. Who calls him boo boo?
Hey, $100. No, man, here go 200. Go somewhere. I'm gonna look at some cartoons, write a song with no one around asking me nothing. And that stuff is real. So anybody here who watched this, it ain't that y'all don't love each other. You just need some me time. That's all. And that's a part of that growing in that marriage because you start learning things that you wouldn't think you would do, to where you start talking to people and y'all have relationship conversations. We know me and my girl, we've been staying together the last 3 years. And might be nice, but to yourself, like, man, that shit don't count. Y'all can leave whenever y'all want. Try to me, y'all said I do, because now y'all got some real investment. But it's on the same level. Like, I thought like you once, but when you go on this side of town, nah, it ain't. Y'all can pack up in 2 hours, deuces. I'm done with you. But you married, you gotta pay, maybe get a lawyer if you got assets. There's more to get rid of each other. Like, you want to do that, you work it out. But you shacking and all that, you single. And I just think people's crazy when we used to hear that coming up, but it's real. Nah, because the investment not really there like you think. Y'all can bounce whenever y'all, I'm sick of you. And start this whole process over with someone new. Because both y'all Decepticons, unless y'all really real. Man, I was abused when I was a kid. My parents didn't love me. People ain't having that conversation. Nowadays, they barely have a real conversation. They both on like this. At the damn dinner table at Fridays.
Yep.
Y'all texting each other? Yeah, put the phone on mute and say, hey, what's going on with y'all your day?
Everybody disengaged.
Right, that's crazy. Like, wow. And that brings it to another video or clip that a lot of people not having sex that much, even less than when COVID happened. Everybody had to stay in the house. And from reading it, I took it as everybody's doing more technology stuff, so you ain't always in the vicinity of someone to where you might be like, you looking kind of scrumptious. You bring that ass here, girl. What's going on? Talking on FaceTime, okay, what up? Cool. And she might just be at the crib chilling, so you ain't really turned on. Like, okay, everything good, cool. I'll holler at you later. What's y'all thoughts on that?
Go ahead, Ron. You made me go.
I knew you was gonna tell me to go. Man, I'm on the outside looking in. Let me say that. But I will say what I hear and what I see is, because we're in the Gen X generation. The millennials in a different bracket. We'll talk about the two. So the Gen Xers are more so on some, hey, if I got my person, then it is what it is. As long as they don't have any type of spiritual morals and things that go along with that, or beliefs. However, the flip side of that, you got a lot of people out here. I shouldn't say a lot, but you got some people practicing abstinence today, both male and female, and they just choose to not give themselves to anybody unless they know that that's their person, and you can respect that. But here's the controversy part right here.
They added context now to that.
Now, hey, Jeff, I'm about to go there.
Yeah, because they not really abstinence.
Yeah. So let's just be real with the technology that we have. We're gonna like a kid know where I'm going. We know what time we in, folks. And you can sell me all day long. Oh, yeah, I'm a virgin this, I'm a virgin that. I'm practicing abstinence. But you forgot you invited me over for some red velvet. And you didn't put that thing up that I seen over there. I know what that thing looked like from afar. And it starts with an R and ends with an E.
Yeah.
And a lot of these young ladies have it today. And look at Jeff, he lost.
Yeah.
He like, R what?
Hey,
I know he had a rabbit or something.
Hey, Jeff, that's the thing.
He caught on. He just caught. He like, oh.
It's a sex toy. We grown. That's it.
No. I'm about to go there. I just don't want free advertising.
Right.
So my thing is, that's what's out there today, and they just look at it like, If somebody come along, cool. But if not, I'm good. I'm cool. You know, and that's the times we in right now. And I'm talking on both sides where everybody's so focused on the grind right now. You know, they focused on, you know what I'm saying, getting to the bag. What's up, bro? Hey, everybody trying to get to the bag. Everybody got some serious goals. And people don't have time for games. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the dudes don't have time for the games that's being played out here. The women don't have the time for the games. You know what I'm saying? So people protecting their peace is what I like to call it. And if protecting your peace got your little toy over there, do you do you do what's gonna make you happy and what's gonna be satisfying to you, because we already see people not having a lot of kids out here today. That's the reason why they got all these incentives to try to have people repopulate and bring people into the world. But everybody, especially the millennials, they're like, hey, give me my cat, give me my dog, I'm good. Yeah. Fur babies.
People got a lot of fur babies.
Yeah.
A lot of fur babies. Were you done sharing your point?
Yeah, I was about to say that's it.
Okay, cool. Because I was ready to.
You chimed in perfectly.
Yeah. So that's a great perspective in looking at that, right? On your end and what you're saying, like people want to protect their peace, they're trying to do their own thing or whatever, but at the same time, I feel like it was all by design. Okay, so because you got to look at it right now. So this was talking about after COVID. So what did COVID do? Like a lot of people did have kids during COVID because they was able to stay at home, and you know what I'm saying. So a lot of people had babies, but at the same time, those of us who were single or are single, right, during the COVID time, we were already isolated. So we just learned how to continue to live and be by ourselves, right? And so now we're moving out of that. We still looking at how things haven't bounced back from COVID, being socialized, and we've been out of this thing for a minute. And we still seeing the results of that. And so I just think this is another result of COVID and isolation and how we were. So now it's like I really realized that I don't like people like that. I'm not saying me, but that's how some people's thoughts are, right? Like I don't like people like that. My patience is thin. I don't have time for, people will say with drama. What was Jeff, bro, what you was just talking about? People don't understand it's good and bad that come with all relationships, and people don't know how to deal with the bad. So I just rather be by myself. Right. And so we seeing a lot of people have social anxiety. They don't know how to deal with people. We got everybody on technology, right? Like you saying, and some people are desensitized to human touch and interaction. We have even seen where people are talking about from using their roles too much on how when they actually get a human being, it's not the same. And now they can't even be pleasured the same, right? So technology is in a sense replacing that. I mean, and they, even though, we talk about that in terms of for a female, but technology in the sense of we got robots already created, right? So we don't see that on a regular, but then that's there. So when you saying some people say they're not having sex, it's like that they're pleasuring themselves and getting gratified. They're just doing it to themselves, right? So in that sense that they're not, but then it's that other thing where right now, I think in society as a whole, we keep having this beef and division with one another. Even some of the conversations that we have is like, what you think about this? And the men say, whatever, what you think about that? And women say whatever, right? And so I just feel like we're at a sense where we're so divided that there's a lot of people that's like, I'm just staying in the house, right? Like I'm not even trying to be bothered. And then, playing into what you were saying, Jerome, as far as, people are like, I just don't have time. I'm protecting my peace. And so, being on that side where I'm like, I'm looking for my partner, right? Like, if you've been in the street or playing the field for a while, you know what I'm saying, and you decide like that ain't really for me, or now I've matured and I want to, and I understand that, like I said, relationships take more relationships are important and you want to have something meaningful, then you know you might just be like, okay, I'm cool, I can chill, I'm not really missing nothing, I know what's out there, you know what I mean? So you have that aspect and that take kind of too. So I think it goes a couple fold, but I do still think it's by design, because a lot of us, we still don't like social interaction, and this whole thing right now, we had a constant battle with it, just in regards of saying hello to people that's walking down the street. Folks just rather be like, I don't know if I should say, like, listen, we got to learn to talk to each other. We are human beings. Like, all we want to do is be like, just say, we at the dinner table. So we disconnected. How I'm touching you and I don't even, do I really like you? Like, I don't know. I mean, I liked you when I said hello, but like, do I even know you enough to like you? Can I even be intimate with you? Because I don't even know. And sometimes for some people that starts in the mind. So if you're not even talking to me to stimulate my mind, then how am I actually going to be physically attracted to you or want to continue to be anyway, right? And so with that, it's like, oh yeah, I looked up and it's been months and we haven't touched each other. How y'all live in the same house? Y'all ain't walked past each other and say, hey, baby, now one time? Like, come on, right? Like, life ain't that busy where you're not paying attention, you know, to one another, even though things happen, but we let distractions and that gadget and technology start to come in and interfere. So that's my take.
That was good.
And then you got some females, stuff I've seen, keep their body cop down too. They go the sex toy route because they've been out
call us trash any other time, so why would we not?
No, I guess they had time to reflect on. I mess with a little too many Pookies and Ray Rays, man. I don't want to keep adding all that to me. Let me go work with that, and if I see somebody worth something, I might. I get the logic of it, but just make better decisions. And now you got STDs on the rise in a lot of black cities because everybody trying to wrap it up when they doing their thing. Like, oof. Now you looking at a person, oh, she fine, she got the big butt like the Poison song. She might have something.
Poison, Lord Jesus.
But you know what, Jeff? I'm gonna let you finish your segment, but that I was telling you about the millennials. We ain't touch on that. They living by a different code out here. The way they look at it is, we got Plan B. We don't need that protection. And I ain't saying everybody. I ain't saying everybody, but I'm just saying that's
why women doing it too.
That's why the numbers is going up. You know, the numbers is going up. Like, because if you talk to the medical places that's putting out those things, you look at the age groups, the number is higher in their bracket than the Gen Xers bracket, you know, and everything. So it's kind of like the times is the narrative being pushed, like, go ahead and do your thing, but they're not teaching
the millennials. Z?
Yeah, the Z, like Jeff, you got to pull up the stats. You know, you the stat guy where you can pull up the years of what year you born to whatever.
Wouldn't that be more Z than millennials though? Because millennials starting to creep.
So I know they call them
the millennials on the tail end, the ones that's like in the top.
The tail end. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones that's in them 20s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Jeff, that's what I was about to say. I said some of them is already, you know.
Yeah, Jeff about to pull up the stats for us.
Already 40. I'm like, they're not really thinking like that.
Yeah, but like I'm telling you, it's a lot of people out here. Like I said, they just the females, they you know how it is. You don't, when you had trash, you don't want trash. It's kind of like, if this ain't my guy, I'm not just about to go out here and just be with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, sometimes you get people know themselves. Like, hey, if I do all this, it is trash, I'm going to make Buddy feel bad, or vice versa. He going to make her feel bad.
So silly.
The one I came across.
What's the years?
From like 1922, 27 is, they called them the World War II. 1928 to 45 is post-war. The boomers is 46 to 1954. The boomers 2, aka Generation Jones, that's new, 55 to 64. Gen X is 1965 to 1980. Millennials are 1981 to 1996. And Gen Z is 1997 to 2012.
7 to 2012. So
Mm.
okay, so 97 will actually be 30 in 2 years. So that's the ones. What's that last one you said?
Z.
Z.
Gen Z.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
that's the ones us that's like out here living by that type of lifestyle. They just
You
getting
got a
rich.
lot of us too from my generation out here, man. Oh, I'm allergic to it. Like you allergic to condoms. Some women saying that, some dudes saying that. Like, but we learned about STDs coming up in the 80s and 90s in school, and now I'm pretty sure other people, statisticians would have said we expected this. If y'all going back to when Magic had got HIV, everybody started wrapping up for a hot little period. Then it's like we went back to what we were doing. Those are going to rise again because people nasty. Everybody ain't clean like they should be doing stuff, and some people sleeping with the same people. So yeah, chlamydia, was it gonorrhea? There was another one I saw a story that's on the rise, like herpes, like all that stuff bad. Like, but yeah, because everybody doing a thing, you ain't trying to wrap it up. Then I've been in conversations. I remember at the county lab, and some females try to use the argument. Well, you can't tell a dude what to do. Like, you the one that control the whole show. You got the thing that he put all his work in for. What you mean you can't say go get it, go get the thing home, skillet? I'll wait. Here, go get it. He trying to get the touchdown. Here go find the condom somewhere. You want it raw too. Don't just put it on. Oh, I try to tell them if there was a lot of people who say they had a kid, like, you know what, I ain't have no more, and ain't had no more. Probably said no, let me see. Yeah, because I know that whole, oh yeah, I put it on, then nah, let me see, bro. So just stop lying. We grown. Y'all both like it raw, but it's consequences with all that. As a kid or diseases. And then when you start thinking from that lens, like, yeah, nah, I'm straight. I don't want to take them type of chances. Because some of these stuff that's coming out is so aggressive, they might not have antibiotics that can stop it. Then you really jacked up. Yeah, that's a hard conversation. Tell somebody you really digging, like, I gotta let you know I got boo boo. Who? Yeah, it's new. They just named it that. It's rashes, and I just want to give you a heads up. But it's only like twice a year. Some people still take a chance. But she fine, or girl, he look good. Like this person told you they got something. Here, you say, hey, and you still gonna roll the dice. You still. I ain't gonna say stupid fool. I know you grown.
Yes, people do.
Consequences don't happen with actions. You go right ahead with that because ain't worth it. And it's wild that people are doing that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then get mad and they find out.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why people is staying to themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, perfect reason why everybody they just choosing themselves. They like,
Choosing
hey,
themselves.
they choosing themselves. They, like I said, they peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? If it come down to it, they can take care of their own whatever they got going
Man,
on and be
I
good.
guess I'm trying some bath water, get some peroxide and alcohol, throw that in there. That shit start bubbling when they jump in and run. Something wrong with them, I guess.
This fool is crazy.
Nah, you know what? My mom called. We gotta wrap this up. Something because it shouldn't. Yo, you jumped in. It started season like, oh hell no. I don't think Ghostbusters gonna fix that. I'm good. And
That's
it's
fine.
sad because we ain't kids. We grown ups. I know everybody want to be a Toys R Us kid at times, but we grown. Choices have consequences.
Yeah.
Like even I was watching a skit show, and they had some skits showing how people was passing chlamydia. I'm like, y'all having that much unprotected sex? What?
Yeah.
Yeah. When we came in, you was ashamed. You was called nasty. Like, ew.
You surprised?
You going to that place? You got something. Like you go get your birth certificate, and you say you gotta go to that spot. People look at you like
Herman Kiefer.
That's right.
I didn't know what it was. I had to ask what. Oh, that's the place you gotta get the help for your problem. Like, oh, I'm gonna get a birth certificate. Right.
I was just talking about how I missed that joint because I could be able to walk in there and get my freaking birth certificate and I have to wait on 10 years.
Exactly.
I live in the city of Detroit. That junk pissed me off. You just made me have a flashback.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta work up.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my birth certificate to come, and I'm living in the city of Detroit. That sucker ain't here yet. I'm like, you can't.
You gotta order that joint through Lansing, so it'll be quick.
Yeah, that should probably make it.
Yeah, I ain't lying to you. I ordered like 3 a few years back, and I did it through Lansing because I knew the city of Detroit gonna come with that damn bull jive.
They coming with the bull jive, and they prolonging the bull jive, right?
Yeah. Hey, I went straight to the Capitol. I ain't got time.
I wish I had talked to you first.
Hey, pass it along. Hey, let me do this.
I paid my money, and I'm still waiting on that, son.
Hey, PSA, y'all better go through the Capitol in the state of Michigan. Don't go through the D. It's all saying it's so cold in the D. They gonna treat you just like that too.
I hated that video when that came out.
Me too.
Like Detroit don't look totally like this. Some parts, but
yeah,
the people thought, oh my God, y'all. I remember I used to go visit my wife in Utah, and I would talk to people like from Detroit. Oh my God, you okay? I'm like, what the fuck?
Right? Are you okay? Is it really like they say down there?
These people thought we walking outside like Yosemite Sam. Like, no, we ain't out there.
They like they shoot all the time. Like, how do you make it to work? You like, we ain't.
Yeah,
we ain't at war.
Like you say, this is not a war zone, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, dude? The funniest thing, we had went to a New Year's Eve party going to 2010, and she was a little drunk, and this white cat was trying to flirt with her. And because they knew I was from Detroit, I was trying not to laugh.
Oh.
So I'm like, they think I'm gonna kill this guy. Oh my God. Her girl, if he tried to come over here. Man, I went in the kitchen to get, that's why I wasn't drinking really. I'm gonna get some more water. And his brother come in there like, man, your name Chef, right? Yeah. Man, I apologize, my brother. Just please don't kill him. I'm gonna keep him away from her. I know he out of pocket. Oh my God, I'm not about to murder that man. Hey, yo, like this the rapper. And then being out there, you know what happened? We beat up the damn terrorists on the plane. I'm like, y'all just made the reputation worse. Y'all beat up terrorists. Like, damn. I'm from Grand Rapids. Or South Carolina. Like, I ain't from Detroit. She's like, no, you from Detroit. Oh.
I don't care. I'm gonna rep the D regardless. Love it or hate it, baby.
Yeah, you gotta take it all.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. Maybe you'll act right. How about that?
The weirdest thing I ever encountered out there. That's when Robert Downey was doing the Sherlock Holmes movies. We waiting to see the movie, and it was a Hispanic woman talk with her friends about their N-word friend. And I'm like, did I hear the real N-word? And I'm looking around like, y'all didn't hear that? They're like, oh yeah, they do it out here, Jeff. I'm like, not where I come from. You can feel that way about me all day, but you ain't gonna be that close where I can hear. So I had to say, if I hear this bitch say the N-word one more motherfucking time, I'm gonna throw her ass through that goddamn window. Then she's like, shut up, walk away. And then a white lady like, I'm so sorry for that. I'm like, what kind of bizarro world is Utah?
Wow.
A Hispanic person talking crazy, not saying everybody, and a white lady is apologizing like, man, y'all different over here. Different. I need a drink now because this got me all confused.
He said, I need a drink.
I ain't never thought I was hearing no shit like this.
That's crazy.
And they do different for New Year's. They pop fireworks. They don't do the
Okay.
shooting like we do over here.
Okay.
That's cool. Because bullets do come back down. Now
Yeah,
there
no.
was
That's why you're supposed to shoot at the ground when you're shooting out there, folks. Safety rule. Shoot at the ground. Not near no gas lines either.
Here come Inspector.
I ain't talking about no ground. I ain't talking about cement. I'm talking about the grass.
he said
here he come.
Man, the stove's not working. Man, them neighbors out there
announcement, folks. From Inspector.
Oh man.
They threw me out with that. I ain't never heard that before. Now there was another video where a lady was in the store and this young dude wanted a hug. And she didn't want to hug him and he punched her. And then you had to clarify and I had to relook. And it was real because, like, you know, people nowadays,
the skits,
everybody trying to get attention instead of, did that really happen? Oh, no, that was a skit. Like, so is it real or not? I'm like, this dude, she could have had a gun and shot him. Because he want to give you a hug. Like, what's wrong with some of these people? It ain't that serious. And now he dealing with jail consequences.
Yeah.
Crazy.
People have to know and understand the word no. And know and understand the word boundaries. And understand you're not entitled to not near another person's body.
Nope.
If that woman said that she did not want to give you a hug, I don't care if she was single and in 2 seconds before she said she was ready to mingle. If she said no to you, this you can't have no hug, then you can't have one. Except that it's a man and walk away. You know, and I don't care. Man, woman, girl, boy.
Man, we came up with that. No means no. That's 10 to 20.
That's it. And I think that's the thing. I think people think so. They're entitled to other people. People aren't possessions, and so you know that always gets me. And that, it kind of takes me back to what you were talking about earlier in regards to the women saying that they didn't feel as though they could ask whomever their partner that they was with at the time to strap up. Like this woman clearly knew, like, these are my boundaries. Number one, I told you no. Number two, I'm married, right? And so these are my standards, and I'm standing on it. And I think so many times before, there are, from a woman's perspective, there are a lot of women that don't feel comfortable stating their rights and who they, you know, and who they are. They don't feel comfortable standing on that. Either they feel like, you know, either they're gonna be pressured to do something that they don't want to do, or in many cases, people take to violence because they don't like to hear no from a woman, right? And sometimes they don't like to hear no from anyone, but especially as a woman, we always have to be on guard on what's going to be the consequences if I tell this person no. People have just given people their telephone numbers just because they didn't want nobody cussing them out or either actually causing them physical harm just for a telephone number. Like, I should be able to tell you, no, I don't want to give you my number. I shouldn't have to lie to you because you might do me bodily harm, right? And it's the same way of saying no when it comes to having sex. It's the same way as saying no, I don't want to have sex unprotected, right? Like, it's because in that instance, it becomes, is he actually going to stop? Or now do I have to have this whole argument on why we should have sex the way that I want to have sex, but versus the way that you want to, right? And if you all aren't aligned on what you're doing, then if she's uncomfortable having unprotected sex, then y'all just can't have it, right? But so you know that it's crazy to me that people just can't say, this is this person's right to tell me, no, I don't want no hug. I don't know you. You want to touch my body? No, I don't want to. No, I'm not giving you no hug. I don't have to shake your hand if I don't want to. I don't even got to talk to you if I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that just kind of, you know, pissed me off. But at the same time, parents, teach your children the word no. Quit thinking that it's okay to tell them yes and allow them to have temper tantrums every time and still give them what they want.
Yep.
You turn into adults. They feel like it's okay.
Stand your ground.
Hey,
Yeah.
What Kid just touched on, folks, is real. I feel like that's what our Gen X generation did a bad job of. We did a great job of giving our kids things that our parents couldn't provide, whether it's traveling, whether it's Jordans, whether it's a bigger home, a car at 16, different things. But we did a poor job of telling our children how hard it was or what we did to get to where we are today. And then, to respect the dollar. It's, how they used to say money don't grow on trees. Because the generations that's out here right now, and I say generations with an S, it's some in our generation, it's some in the boomers generation, it's some in the Gen Z and the Y. The thing is, like y'all said, no means no. We used to come up in the era during Reagan's term. Just say no. Talking about saying no to drugs. And my thing is, when you hear a young lady tell you, "Hey, I'm married. Hey, this and this," you just gotta respect it. I know the songs today. It's always "I'll F your wife. I'll F this." Everybody's on. They'll take your wife, and I'm looking like, where did this wildness come from? You know what I'm saying? Because even the Bible tell you, like, hey, you disrespect that man's wife, when the vengeance he gonna have, basically telling you when he put you in that wooden box, he's almost telling you like, hey, that man got to pass because his vengeance is gonna be on another level. So I always say, in a situation like that, I say this to the women out there, no matter how old you are. I feel like we're living in a day and time where even if you don't want the Second Amendment, the right to carry, I feel like you need to carry pepper spray, not mace. Mace is not going to do anything. You can get you a taser gun if you need to in that situation. And the most powerful is the bear spray that you have out there, because that thing is real potent. And when you're driving in your vehicle, because road rage is such a crazy thing today. Those police batons, like or whatever, they come in different sizes, 18 inches, 24, 32. Get what you can handle, but you got to make sure, fellas out there, your sisters, your mothers, your aunties, people like that, people that you care about, your woman, your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance are in good shape, because in this situation, I would have hoped that a woman that had the pepper spray on her would have been able to pepper spray that kid so he'll learn not to do that again to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to unalive everybody. I always tell everybody, you having a gun doesn't mean you have to unalive somebody, but I guarantee you, if she had hit him in the leg, hit him in that pinky toe, buddy would have learned something. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You don't hit a young lady just because she told you she was married. She told you, I appreciate it, but keep it. She was basically like, it's cool, but keep it moving.
Very rare.
You know, she was real respectful. Like, I'm telling you, I don't know what city that was, but I was like, that's definitely not the D. That's not Chicago.
Well, they got guns in Detroit.
Because, hey, I know
some us like that all the time. God, dog, we know how to be respectful.
I'm telling you, because the girls back home would have been straight up told them, like, hey, you keep on, you know how it is at home. Man.
We start out nice though.
Yeah, you start out nice.
We might start out nice.
Been fired on, we used to say we'll fire on you. Like, hey, I'm fire on you. Like,
right.
Hey,
don't get fired on.
I would have had no problem if she took that clown out.
Hey, don't get on the live. Don't lie.
Go head on, man. She said no. Go head on.
And she even respected him. She didn't even show his face on that video.
No, she didn't.
Because all that was.
She was just like, I'm honored. Thank you. I appreciate it. But no, thank you. Like, I don't know how. She was just blunt. No, I'm just not going to do that. And he was just like, why? Why that? It's like, go sit down somewhere.
I mean, I had a situation back in the late 90s with a female trying to do your thing. You hear no? We reached the point of this night's impasse. Okay, well, I'm calling tonight. You leaving? Yeah. You ain't got to go. No. You said no, we good. I'll holler back another day. And was mad that I left. Like, no, I was taught stop, no, don't.
Mm-hmm.
Take your ass home. And if we ain't fucking, ain't nothing to talk about at this point now. We come to that point where it was a nice night, had a good run, didn't work out. Try another day. I'm gone. You ain't gonna say anything else happened past this point. Because that's all I'm gonna say. Like, well, didn't they say no? Yes. Why were you still trying? Because some like, when I want you to know, I don't play them games. No, don't mean yes. No. No.
Yeah.
Don't in prison. I don't play that. Go ahead on 10 to 20. Ain't doing it. And maybe they stopped teaching that like they taught us. No means no. Walk away. I don't care if she's so fine, you getting blind looking at that woman. She said no, walk away. Because everybody have CCWs now. And if she would have shot his ass, your parent might be crying about it, but you should have raised him right. No means no. Because you don't know him punch her.
That's
what
the simplest form. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know, him hitting her in the face, that could have caused eye damage or something. Because you mad she don't want to give you a hug. Nah.
Now, like I said, and then what happens when she go home and tell that husband, you know, the young man did that? What you think that husband going to do?
Where he at?
You about to ride out.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't
regulators. Mount up.
Man, hey, I done seen people hurt people over their wife, fiance, girlfriend on something smaller than that. What you think they gonna do if you actually hit her? You know what I'm saying? I remember the time I was at work and I'm waiting on Jeff. Old girl waiting on her dude to pull up. You know what I'm saying? Dude pulls up. I guess he seen her talking to me because she's standing up. Dude pulls up, get out the car, storm. She tried to pull him back. Like, no, don't go in there. I just sat down like I was looking like, I know everybody coming here talking crazy. And my man came in there like, hey, bro, you want to talk to my girl? I was like, yeah, we work together, man. I was like, we talking because we waiting on our rides to come up. And my man said, oh, okay. So you ain't trying to get her number, nothing there. I said, that wasn't the conversation. He said, oh, okay. Because we'll have a problem if you try to talk to my girl. I said, hey, bro, it ain't on that, man. You know what I'm saying?
See that type of, in my opinion, dumb shit?
Yeah.
Something wrong with the situation if you need to do all that.
No, but I know that's what I found out. That's what I found out later. So I told Buddy, I said, hey, man, it ain't even on that, man. I said, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead on, bro. And my man got back in the car, and I could see they were still arguing. Yeah, so when I seen her on Monday, she had marks on her face. Marks on her face, bro. And so I was like, hey, I ain't trying to get in your business, but this ain't going to be good for you to stay in this type of situation.
Nah, over that?
I said, you got two little kids. I said, you ain't even got to talk about it. But I said, in the middle of the night, after you know what, do what you do. Get your kids and get up out of there. I said, because we're going to end up reading about you in the paper over some foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I'm going to be honest with you. Where I'm from, I said, the cats I know, they would have underlived the old boy running up on him like that, talking crazy.
Exactly. Because I'm like, lucky you was emotionally intelligent about that, because they would have just been like,
they would have unalived Buddy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's something so small. Now your kids ain't got their dad over something. I ain't even asking for your number. I ain't saying let me take you out. It was literally we co-workers. We talking. We waiting on both of us waiting on our rides. She about to go home. Me and Jeff getting ready to hit some spot we was going to. So it's like we got two different nights playing, and neither one of us was talking about, hey, I want to take you out one day. Let me holler at you. Oh, I got a man. I'm disrespecting. It wasn't none of that. Now, if I disrespected her, she went and got him. Kudos to her for going to get her due. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was literally just like talking about our night, like, hey, what y'all plans are, stuff like that. And when I see Buddy, that's what I knew. I was saying, okay, they got some other stuff going on. Yeah. So
you way too jealous.
But what it is, it was in his case, it was insecurity. But then when you realize it was domestic violence out there too, you see what I'm saying? So it was a lot of variables with her situation, because she tried to come back to work and talk and wanted to, I was like, hey, you need to get out of that situation because I know what it is. Now that I see her face, I'm like, I know what it is now. That explains everything. That was all I needed to see. Because I was looking like, damn, what buddy on? Like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're now, one thing I learned about the Midwest and the women in the Midwest, when they loyal to you, they gonna tell you the dudes that talk to them. If it's anybody that's going above that bar that you need to go in there and chin check, they gonna let you know that too. You know what I'm saying? If your girl didn't come to you saying nothing like, hey, this dude being disrespectful, I done told him I got, a husband. He up here talking about what he gonna do to me. Okay, where he at? What time he come in? Okay, I'm gonna go up there and holler. If she ain't come home to you with that, don't come over here with that foolishness, man. Because all I was thinking in that moment is, this is how people get killed. Over something simple as this. Because all I had to do is say I threatened for my life. I'm sitting there, this dude's 6'4". 6'4". Easy 6'4". And I'm just sitting there like, all right, I can escalate the situation, or I can just sit here and just tell the dude the truth. Like, hey, dude, I wasn't even talking to you, girl. We work together, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even that deep.
And sadly, he didn't believe you because he put his hands on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it wasn't even more of a thing of I believe. It was a more of let me control you and tell you who you can and can't talk to. You don't.
Yeah, it was basically like, let me let you know what's gonna happen if you do this again. You disrespect me again. He took it as a disrespect. You never talk to another man in my presence, type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you had a story.
It's all about power and control.
Detroit story where a husband wound up shooting his wife at her job because he found out about the 3 kids was a relative of his, not his. I'm like, that's all.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is my public service announcement and my motto that I say all the time. Be careful what you do and how you play with people's heart. Because you don't know what might make them crash out. And this is the ultimate crash out. And everybody is not emotionally intelligent. You just heard example of somebody who's emotionally intelligent, have a conversation and understands how to de-escalate situations. Everybody ain't like that. And when they hear something that is crazy and they spaz, they don't know how to control themselves. And this was an instance where this person just completely crashed out. Is it right? Absolutely not. Do these people still deserve? Should they still be alive? Yep. But at the same time, stop playing in people's faces. People's emotion, matters of the heart, is serious. And people keep thinking, oh, well, you should be grateful because, I was seeing some of the comments that was just dumb. You should be grateful because now you ain't got to take care of the kid. This man raised a kid. He loved them kids. He loved them kids. Point blank period. So now you're going to try to tell him he should be happy. Like, people can't cut off their emotions like that. That's what people say. Oh, you broke up with him. Get over it. People can't just shut off their emotions like that. Love is powerful in one way or another. And y'all keep playing with people, you end up in bad situations. So stop it.
That's just dirty.
Kid touched on a lot there about emotional intelligence and things like this. I always say when it comes to children, if there's any, I used to work second shift when I worked at the airport here in Atlanta. And I used to watch a lot of divorce court. I mean, not divorce court. What's the court where the parental court, where you get to see, who is the father and everything. And that judge, she from the D too. And I seen a lot of sad situations where people was just, co-worker or childhood friend messing around and things like that. And I always had respect for those young ladies that got up there and said that they told the person early, like, hey, there's a chance that it could be so-and-so's or whatever because of the time gap. I always had respect. And both of the men was just there to see who was the dad. They could be there. And I just feel like, first of all, condolences to the family and everybody that's a part of this, because it's a lot of
that's
people that's sad in that situation. But like Kia said, man, when you out here doing things, especially in our day and time, with the technology being as advanced as it is, it's one of those things where it's not going to be a good conversation. It's not going to be a fun conversation, but you have to have that real conversation early on as possible, especially when you know that you're pregnant and it could possibly be somebody else's as the woman. Whether you respect that young man or not, just do it, because you don't want a situation like this years later playing with people's emotions, because one person may walk away like a grown man and just say, you know what, hey, bro, you got it, and keep it moving, cut everybody off. Another person, just like the show Snap, the series, they literally a snap. And that's what happened in this case. This individual snapped, and it's one of those things. Well, that was one of his triggers. In life, we have what they call positive and negative triggers. And this was a negative trigger, and it took him to the other side. So we have to be real, folks. Young ladies that's out there, if you're in this situation right now, I encourage you to just be woman enough. Everybody's so quick to say, just be a man, just be a man. just tell her you was cheating on her. Just tell her you was doing this. Just tell her this. Okay, but guess what? He was cheating. He never had a child. So imagine how hard that was for him to come up and come clean to the lady that he's with. And here it is, you pregnant, and it can potentially be somebody else, in particular, the man's relatives. You got to have that conversation. And sometimes, let's be real, folks, some conversations you might have to do it in public with that crazy Pookie.
Yeah, you better.
You got to do it, because you got to protect yourself, because you don't want that person to go there with you. So make sure that you do it in good conscience, and don't be a fool, because let's be real. A lot of y'all young ladies out there, y'all want the dudes that's from the streets. You going to get that street action when he go put them hands on you. Make sure you have your Pookie from your side of the family, because if you come saying, hey, you ain't supposed to hit a pregnant woman, I'm just telling you, when somebody snap, they snap, and you just got to protect yourself. That's all I'm gonna say.
And it's sad, because it just shows a pattern that you can't mess around with either one of his relatives or more than one the whole time.
Right, you got multiple children, and none of them his.
You just foul, and someone knew. Probably on her side knew what was going on, and maybe they was like, "Girl, you need to cut it out. You need to tell the man the truth." And no one did. And when he found out, that snap. And it's unfortunate, because there are still kids involved.
100%.
So stop cheating. Stop lying. If you're going to do dirt, be upfront with your dirt. Put on the table.
Put on the table.
Everybody got guns now, man. And it don't take the devil must say, man, you know what you need to do. They disrespect you.
My thing too is learn from your mistakes, but don't learn too late. We all done did some stuff that was unfavorable, that we was like, you was just being, you out of pocket, But learn soon. Don't learn later, because later might be too late.
That is true.
So what's up for next week?
We find something maybe a little more lighthearted talk about this. I'm serious.
Hey Jeff, you need to you do a lot of these interviews on Fridays. You need to find a intimacy coach or relationship coach type person, and you need to bring them on here because we need to hear what the experts are saying in those areas for people that are in situations where maybe they're not having as much sex as they did when they first started dating, and how can they get back there? How can they spice up the bedroom, all of those different types of things.
Oh, you know what else I didn't think about in relation to that too? Now that would be dope. But then also, what about the health challenges that people are having now too? Because that plays a big role in intimacy as well. You know, a lot more people aren't as healthy as they were, and they're taking more medications, and all of that stuff ends up and messes with, you know, libido. So I'm wondering if that has to do with that too, and not only with libido but also performance. So
now you touching on something now. Now you see what she touching on, Jeff? We talk on the fella side, ED, and then on the women's side, like I said, when you get the libido where it affects the mood and they don't have the desire, the different things like that. You know, I was it's funny. I was watching a video prior to coming on here, and it was out of the country, and the two wives just let the husbands like roam the streets in front of them just to see the reactions that they would get from the locals. And one of the girls was looking at the guy like, "Ooh," she wanted him, and she's like, "He cute, he cute." She was like, "Yeah, girl, I know," like, cause that was her husband, you know. So she and the girl kind of just looking like, "Dang," and they let him go a little bit further, and I was laughing because I'm like, they having fun, you know. If that's because you know you don't get to see that a lot of times with somebody's wife. You see the guys dealing with that, but you don't really see women encouraging it. Like, hey, go ahead, let these women shoot their shot. I just want to see this from afar. And they was cool with that until them fellas started breaking out their phone. Hey, everything was good. Next thing you know, they whipped out the phone. She said, "Whoa, we got to stop this." Cause I don't know if they about to get the number.
Changing numbers.
Oh shit! Hell no.
Thump you in the forehead.
That's probably something we can talk about.
But no, you touched on something with that. That's good. ED, libido issues, endurance.
That's something to talk about for next week.
Yeah, that's good. Find us somebody, Jeff. You interview everybody every week, man.
you co-host. You can find somebody too.
Hey,
Lord,
I'm gonna do my research. I got one person on my side. I'm gonna reach out to her. See, on my side, I be having to watch out. People get talking reckless. I gotta watch out, man. I be trying to keep professional and get talking like, no, not for me. No, hold it. Like, we talking about come on the show, talk to the people. We're not talking about beyond the doors.
No.
So that's why I gotta watch it, man. That's why I gotta go through you.
You something else.
I'm like Mr. Zachary. Please go make me retire, please.
JC, do I know somebody or reach out?
Yeah, we'll do some research. That's a good point, Key. I like that because that's something we need to touch on.
Man, she's starting to come with the T. What's next week? Like,
what's next week?
Yeah.
Anybody feeling all grown and sassy around here now? Do that. Okay.
I love it. Well, because it's one segue into the next, you know.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good topic because a lot of people got all these different
medications
take to get it rising.
Medications be messing up some stuff, man. And that's why some people won't take them and darn near stroke out because they be like, no.
Hey, they like you ain't gonna mess up that. You ain't gonna that. You can mess up a lot of things, but you ain't gonna mess that up.
I knew somebody like that. I worked at a dialysis clinic for 2 years, and this one man, he came in, and I'm talking about old school player type dude. You know what I'm saying? He would come in, blood pressure sky high. We like, you ain't did what you were supposed to do. He said, I told y'all I ain't taking them pills, man. That mess up my game, and I gotta be with the ladies. I was, and he was adamant about that. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's a good kid. You brought it. You done gave us a jewel with that one. I'm gonna jump on it. Just pray for me. I got because I know one person. I'm just I gotta just. I'm gonna make sure it be an email. That's all I can say. On behalf of the JLE, not they don't say nothing about no Jerome on it.
That is good.
So yeah. What's the health thing you're doing this week, kid?
My health thing that I'm doing this week is continuing to Make good choices.
Mm.
Make good choices, not be led by my eyes and emotions when it comes to food, but just making good choices. Sure that I'm already drinking my water. I don't have no issue with that, but making sure when I see stuff is between the chips and the apple, that I'm gonna choose the apple.
Choose the apple 9 out of 10 times.
Right, exactly.
I got
you. So that's the thing. And once again, continuing to say no and making sure that I get enough rest. So my main two is getting enough rest and making good decisions when it comes to my choices.
That's good. That's good. I like that. I'm gonna piggyback on the choices that you said because I do a lot of driving on the weekdays, and this week I know it was short because of the holiday, but it was still a lot of driving. You know, so when you in that situation, it's you see all of the quick and easy foods. Like I always say, anything that most likely had a drive through is kind of bad for you most times.
You ain't lying.
So I done passed all the different bad ones, and I see a Panera Bread. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, I can finally order something that's and they had a drive-through. That's
sneaky.
That's one of them where they don't necessarily all have drive-throughs. It's just gonna be a few of them because some of them set up a little differently. And so I went up in there, and like Kia said, they were like, "You want the apple? You want the chips?" You know what I'm saying? And I thought about Coach B. Stay away from the pop, the chips. I said the apple, and the girl kind of looked at me like, "What the fuck?" I'm looking like, "Hey, the word day." I said, we listen and we don't judge. Don't you do me?
That's right. You better give me an apple.
I told the little young lady, I said, we listen and we don't judge. Don't do me like that. I said, I seen that face you had looking like you should. I said, no, I want them chips. You can have them chips. I gotta leave it alone.
Oh man.
So yeah, I think those choices is real. And it's a daily decision because it's normally a 5-day week thing. Meal prep when you can, take the stuff with you. They got gas stations down here called Racetrack or Quick Trip, and they got the microwaves in there. And you got to go heat your stuff up, go do what you got to do, keep it moving. But choices is real big. I like that, the way you put that. So yeah, that was my take on that. Just making the right choice, and most of your options in drive-thrus is not going to be good. So choose something where you got to get out your car and walk in and get it and come on out.
And watch Panera because they can be sneaky. They can be sneaky.
Man, just meal prepping, keep working out, plenty of water.
Okay.
Stay consistent.
Good.
Yes, sir.
You say meal prep.
That boy meal prepping. I like that, bro.
Yeah, meal prepping is key. Because if I already got it, I'm good.
Yeah.
If I got to look for it, then it's a problem. Because now 9 times out of 10, I'm so hungry that it's like, what's that right there? Okay, cool. So yeah, meal prepping is key. So thanks for that nugget.
I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Go share it, talk about it, and we'll be back next week with some more heat. Till next time, everybody.
Hey,
have a good night, folks.
The Lion Sunday, baby.
Let's get it.
Let's go. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode of Ground Floor. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to check out any of my merchandise, you go to Amazon.com for my books or my music. Merchandise be coming soon. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with J.O. Lee. And tune in next week.